Hi guys, welcome back to our Maine homestead. We are back to building. We've had a little bit of like a rainy morning. Yesterday we were quite exhausted. I think we just busted it for a couple days in a row and we just wore ourselves out. So yesterday was a little bit of a rest day, but we are back at it. What we've done in between then and now is we framed out the top part of the front door, and then Eddie also put some little spacer tongue and groove along a lot of the beams and things where we didn't put actual tongue and groove because we don't need inside walls there, and we're just trying to conserve as much lumber as we're able to. And so anyways, we did finish the second floor. So the second floor, front of the house is all done. Tongue and groove is complete. And now we are getting to work on putting some intermediate nailers, framing out doors and windows that are on the back side of the house. And we're gonna eventually start putting up some tongue and groove. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Just depends on how much time we have. But doing that, and then hopefully in this video, you guys are gonna see us wrap up the chimney, wrap up the roofing process, and be done with being up high on the roof. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep chugging along, and happy to have you guys with us.
So we got the windows and the front door in. It's looking good. We're feeling real good about the progress we're making.
So yesterday we were feeling a little under the weather, not too much energy, but we did manage to get the chimney closed up before it started raining, and we did install the back side of Emery's bedroom wall. So we're really loving how the walls are turning out. And then we did get the top of the door framed out on the back side of the house, and we're working on this wall, and then we'll come over here. And then the next thing we're going to be working on is 4x6 framing members, or intermediate nailing members, and then working on the back wall behind the stairs, and then that top back wall as well. Okay, friends, we have got the chimney pipe installed. So what's going to go from inside the house to the outside of the house is all done. Of course, we still have to attach what's going to go through the floor there into the stovepipe. But today, Eddie did a lot of caulking and just closing in some gaps. We did some spray foam and stuff. The other day, we did manage to do all of the jigsaw foam board pieces to surround the chimney box here. And I don't know if this is going to be an amazing video segment or not, but anyways, we did do all of that foam board insulation. Eddie got it all spray foamed, all of the gaps and air gaps caulked, like I said. And then we have some chimney pipe that we installed. I just stood on the scaffolding here and just pushed it up through the chimney box here to where Eddie was up on the roof, so he was able to attach the ring that goes right above this box to keep the chimney pipe in place and to keep it in place. So he was able to do that. He was able to lock the two 36-inch pipes together, and I will take you out on the outdoor scaffolding and show you the chimney cap that he installed. But we basically got all of the insulation done down in the chimney box as well and closed it up. So now the chimney box is basically ready for the stone paneling around the outside of it and to kind of wrap up all of the little jigsaw pieces that are gonna go underneath the chimney cap. But we've got that. Then we'll do storm collar, rain cap, and then basically we're done with the chimney. So that's amazing news. Okay, so like I said before, we've done all of the insulation and the chimney pipe does run out the top of the chimney cap up there, but you can't see it from here. I'll show you guys from the ground. But the next steps, since we fully insulated it and we've attached all of the OSB sheathing again and put the cap on, the next step is to do the flashing all around the bottom edges here. And then we're gonna wrap. We'll do the paper wrap that we did on the entire roof here. We'll do the paper wrap on the outside of the chimney, and then we'll attach the stone paneling. Then we just have to attach a couple of little 2x4s to kind of close in the gaps for the chimney cap there. So that's the way that Eddie has designed it. So it's all going according to plan so far. And then basically all we have to do is the ridge cap after that. So we'll do the entire peak of the roof with ridge cap. And then I think we're basically going to be done being up high, which will be a very nice accomplishment. Water? No? No water? Okay. What about a snack?
Good enough.
Do another one? What's Olivia doing? What is she doing? You want another one? Is that your silly puppy? Oops. back up? Do you want to sit back up? Here. You're happy laying down? You're so silly.
So we just started putting up the flashing on the chimney. We've got the back done. Of course, you do the lowest part, and then work your way up to the highest part so it's shingle overlaps. But anyway, so you have to get all the angles right. You saw us doing that, so you kind of question yourself sometimes. But so we got all this bent. This just fits on the left side of the chimney. It'll get adhesive and then nailed into the chimney. This isn't really that critical. We'll come back and caulk all the top of the joints, but then there's going to be stone that comes all the way outside of this, and it'll all be caulked and sealed. So hopefully there's several lines of defense for water getting in behind there. After this is done, before the stone, there'll be tar paper or like roof paper put over around the entire chimney too. So there's like 3 layers of defense. But anyway, so you see how it's cut and angled for the pitch of the roof, and it just goes down one side. We went ahead and cut one of the angles on the next piece just so I'd be sure to do it the same way on each side, because sometimes I don't really do it the same 2 times in a row. So, but anyway, we're about to put it up there. Yay, get back on the roof. So I've got this blanket because it's really cool out here today, and I'm trying to keep my legs warm. We'll need the scissors. I thought I pulled it out. I wonder still. I do that.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. Not much. Is that good?
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so we've been spending our mornings working on chimney stuff. Eddie has gotten all of the flashing done and all of the caulking and everything done on the chimney. He's also already attached the ridge cap up to the chimney from that side of the house, so we just have to go that length of the peak as well before we are officially done with that. But being up on the roof and doing all of the stuff for the chimney is kind of taxing, if you will, and so it wears Eddie out pretty fast. So we've just been mainly focusing on roofing stuff, finishing up all the roofing stuff in the mornings before lunch. Number one, it's a little bit cooler, he has a little bit more energy, and then after our lunch break, we usually come down to the house and start working on some of that stuff. And as you can see, we have finished doing a lot of the tongue and groove, or all of the tongue and groove, on the back side of the house. So I'm going to take you guys inside and show you what it looks like. Okay, so coming around to look at the back side of the house, behind the stairs, we've gotten all of that tongue and groove done. Same thing over here. Under the stairs is going to be all closed in. It's going to be like a little bit of a storage closet, if you will, and then this little area right by the back door is going to be kind of our mudroom area. But we've gotten that done. Framed out the door, of course, and then this is the bathroom, which you guys have already seen. So we will eventually start working over here, but I think the next step for our tongue and groove is actually going to be our upstairs deck area, so off the side of Eddie's and my bedroom. But I'll take you guys upstairs and show you what Eddie's doing. He is still working on some chimney stuff, but it's inside, not dangling on the roof. So he's working on getting that chimney support box fitted into that hole that he just cut. And as you can see, we got our little side wall done there above the stairs. This area done as well. We framed out our window. We just have one window, besides the bathroom window, we've just got the one window on the north side of the house here. Eventually there will probably be a mini split or some sort of air conditioning unit over here, so that's why we didn't center that window. We just put it off to the side so we'd have space for whatever we need to do there. And then we've got the back side of Emery's room. So I think our next steps for tongue and groove are going to be over here. We just have to frame out a deck door and install a couple little pieces of flooring that we never got around to doing when we installed the flooring. So we've got to do that, measure for our intermediate nailers, the door frame, all that good stuff, and then we can start putting that up. We will put some intermediate nailers in this gabled area and then tongue and groove that as well. So when we're not working on chimney stuff in the morning, we are working on tongue and groove stuff in the afternoons. So that's what we've been up to.
Hey.
What? Oh, hi. Yeah? Hi. Hi.
It's time to sleep.
Amy Blakes.
The end wall, I'm a little close, I'll back up. The end wall, that's the bedroom door going out onto the second floor deck, and the gabled end. We put these, obviously we put nailers in, of course door frame, we use that as a nailer, and then up top we just put a single post and anchored it into the rafter and the top beam, just so we could finish nailing in the tongue and groove. And Of course, the ceiling, and we're pretty much closed in up here except for Emery's room way over there, which we're not gonna do that for a while probably. The weather doesn't come from that direction hardly ever, and we've got to get scaffolding up to finish all the way up to the top of this gabled area. At least 4 layers, maybe 5 layers of scaffolding. So we're gonna plan to do this section all at once. Once we set that scaffolding up, we will tongue and groove it, put up insulation, strap it, put up the OSB, and go ahead and put the siding up and be done with it. Then we can take that scaffolding down. We're done with that end of the house, and we'll use that scaffolding to finish the other areas. Anything you want to add, Francesca?
Here is our door. We did dry fit the door going from the bedroom to the deck, and it fits really well. And so Eddie has been working on making some little adjustments and tweaks to like where the floorboards are going to be.
I'll show you that, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll show you all of that. But that was very exciting to see the door there, even though it wasn't ready to install yet. And other than that, we've been working on chimney stuff. So that's been very exciting.
I kind of panned around, but I didn't show you. So we've got the chimney fully closed in now. We're going to start working on the stone today, but that's the box. All of this, this is Class A double wall chimney pipe, but all of this will be enclosed in a chase, obviously, from the second floor all the way up to the chimney box, the black box that you saw.
So that's very exciting, but yeah, he finished the flashing on the chimney. So all of the flashing's been done, and we're just working on ridge cap. And then I think, like he said, we're gonna work on stone today. And after that, we just have to basically fit and secure the chimney cap and put the storm collar on, and then install the rain cap as well. And then we'll be done with the chimney.
We've got one piece of ridge cap that this end butts to the chimney, so this flap here will go up against the chimney, and this just overlaps the flashing that's already up on the chimney in the front over the peak. So we got to put that on before we start the stone. And then we've got 3 more sections of ridge cap, but I'm in no hurry. It wears you out just putting one up, so I'm probably going to put one up a day until we're done. No rush. It's closed in. We don't have any leaks or anything, so we're good even without the ridge cap. But this is the outside of the tongue and groove on the gabled end and the end wall on our bedroom, and our bedroom door going into the bedroom. And where's my board? So yesterday I worked on this for a few minutes, just measuring and being sure I cut it right. That fits in this little opening here. And so our insulation, this is obviously the tongue and groove. Our insulation will come out 4 inches here. Then there's an 1.5 inch 2x4, which is used to strap the insulation to all the posts, holds the insulation in place. Then there's a 1/2 inch layer of OSB, and then the siding. So I had to make sure I got all my measurements right, so that little thin piece on that board I just showed you will fit right here. The insulation fits behind it, the 2x4 for the strapping fits behind it, and then the OSB and the siding will rest on top of that board that I just showed you. And of course, then once we're done with the wall, before we put the OSB on, but once we're done putting the insulation on the wall, then we will put down the final board that matches that little piece that I showed you all the way for the entire width of the porch. Then we can finish with the OSB and the siding, and then this wall will be finished.
Yep. And we will just reiterate again that the tongue and groove is the interior wall. It is wrapped around all of the structural posts in the house. So face nailing them, not an issue, because nobody's going to see any nails on the inside of the house. And then it really is difficult to stagger these seams because we only have so many nailing surfaces. So it just worked out that all of the seams are kind of in line, but nobody's ever going to see them. that's not an issue.
We designed it that way. Yeah, on the all of this will be covered by insulation, so you won't see it on the outside of the house. And on the inside of the house, you won't see any seams because all the seams are outside of each post.
Yeah.
Wherever, and not every post has a seam, of course. But anyway,
I think
so
that kind of gets everybody caught up on what we've
I think
been
so.
doing lately.
But it's kind of closed in. The one good thing this week, it rained all day yesterday, and our basement is dry for the first time ever.
Our second floor is dry.
Our second floor is dry. Our first floor is dry. So hey, things are moving right along. We're gonna be moving in next week.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, we keep bouncing around to different projects, so it's hard to remember what we've shown you guys, but I'm hoping that this gets us all caught up. So we did do the tongue and groove on that side kitchen wall over there. We also have been working a little bit on stovepipe, chimney pipe, that sort of thing. So we're expecting a couple more pieces of chimney pipe in the mail soon. So we're gonna get that all set up soon enough. And then we did get Emery's hammock swing installed in her room. So we shot an entire separate video on that DIY project. So we'll be getting that up soon enough as well. So be on the lookout for that. And in other news, Eddie did finish the ridge cap on the roof. And then we have just started today getting to work on running some electrical and putting up wall insulation here. So tune in next time. We'll go into much more detail on electrical plans and insulation as well. And we really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a scatterbrain video at the moment, which is kind of how we've been working lately. So that's just what you get. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave us a comment in the comment section below if you guys have any questions or anything about what we're doing. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.